Russia and Ukraine signed a landmark deal on Friday to reopen Ukrainian Black Sea ports for grain exports, raising hopes that an international food crisis aggravated by the Russian invasion can be eased. The accord crowned 2 months of talks brokered by the United Nations and Turkey, aimed at what UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres called a package that would both restore Ukrainian grain exports while easing Russian grain and fertilizer shipments despite tough Western sanctions on Moscow. Guterres said the accord opens the way to significant volumes of commercial food exports from 3 key Ukrainian ports: Odessa, Chernomorsk and Yuzhny, and the United Nations would set up a coordination centre to monitor implementation of the deal.
The initiative we just signed opens a path for significant volumes of commercial food exports from 3 key Ukrainian ports in the Black Sea: Odessa, Chernomorsk and Yuzhny. The shipment of grain and food stocks into world markets will help bridge the global food supply gap and reduce pressure on high prices.
Tarım ve gıda ürünlerinde dünya arz güvenliğinin temini pek çok bakımdan önemlidir. Bu adımla yaşanan sıcak hava dalgası ve kuraklığın sebep olacağı verim kaybının yol açacağı muhtemel ilave fiyat artışlarının önüne geçilecektir. Yine küresel bir sorun haline gelen gıda enflasyonunun kontrolüne de yardımcı oluyoruz. Önümüzdeki günlerde başlayacak gemi trafiğiyle Karadeniz'den dünyanın birçok ülkesine yeni bir nefes borusu açmış olacağız. Gemilerin çıkışından güvenli bir şekilde intikaline ve varacağı limana ulaşmasına kadar tüm süreçler üzerinde mutabakat tesis edildi.
Russia and Ukraine, both among the world's top exporters of food, sent their defence and infrastructure ministers respectively to Istanbul for the signing ceremony, also attended by Guterres and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan.
The commitment and dedication are even more vital today. This initiative must be fully implemented because the world so desperately needs it to tackle the global food crisis. We count on the government of Turkey to maintain its critical role going forward, and I am here to pledge the full commitment of the United Nations.
Birleşmiş Milletler Genel Sekreteri Sayın Guterres'in ve ekibinin de ilk taslağını hazırladıkları plana verdikleri katkılar takdire şayandır. Bu vesileyle Sayın Putin ve Sayın Zelensky'ye sergiledikleri liderlik dolayısıyla teşekkür ediyorum. Adil bir barışın kaybedeninin olmayacağı hepimizin malumudur. Bugün Rusya ve Ukrayna tarafıyla İstanbul'da atmakta olduğumuz bu müşterek adımın barışa yönelik umutları canlandıracak yeni bir dönüm noktası olmasını canı gönülden diliyorum.
A blockade of Ukrainian ports by Russia's Black Sea fleet, trapping tens of millions of tons of grain in silos and stranding many ships, has worsened global supply chain bottlenecks and, along with sweeping Western sanctions, stoked galloping inflation in food and energy prices around the world. Safe passage into and out of the ports would be guaranteed in what one official called a de facto ceasefire for the ships and facilities covered. Though Ukraine has mined nearby offshore areas as part of its defences against Russia's 5-month-old invasion, Ukrainian pilots would guide ships along safe channels in its territorial waters. Monitored by a joint coordination centre based in Istanbul, the ships would then transit the Black Sea to Turkey's Bosphorus Strait and proceed to world markets. The deal will be valid for 120 days, but is renewable and is not expected to be stopped any time soon.